Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here. So, recently there's been news of new Thomas merch coming out, and frankly, I'm excited, especially since this new Thomas merch is, well, literally classic Thomas, and they're going like all out for this. I'm wondering why are they doing this? Like, is it true that Mattel's just gonna actually try to make better stuff now? I mean, so far there's been no news of a fifth season of All Engines Go. There hasn't been any updates on, well, Nelvana's condition. So don't shoot the messenger here, folks, but I think it's safe to assume that All Engines Go days are numbered. Hello, Nutty HTF. Anyway, let's a few things have been on my mind, and I just thought I wanted to talk about these things. I'm eventually going to bring on some more guests, but yeah, for now I just want to talk. So, gosh, I don't know how to word this because, I feel like if I say this, I'm going to have a lot of people attacking me. How, frankly, I just don't care anymore, so I'll just say it. Um, People still have been finding reasons to attack Injunction, and honestly, yes, he's done a couple things. He's made me cry. He constantly begs and stuff, but he's not bad, folks. He just has a mental disability, which is autism. So do I. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So this, so he doesn't know any better. I mean, there are a lot of adults with autism, and they do have their problems. And so that's why I'm just going to say I'm going to stop talking about what he does, because does it really matter? Is it going to hurt or help my channel? So, yeah, there, I said it. Okay. Now back to the Thomas merch. Like, this new Thomas merch is amazing from what I've seen. Like, they're making push along Thomases that actually have side rods. I mean, they don't move, but still, side rods. They're putting side rods on the Thomas, and yes, the side rods aren't going to move. Not to mention Thomas is pulling on just go wagons, but yeah, it's still the Thomas that I know and recognize with side rods too. Side rods. Those are the most entertaining part of any train, any steam engine anyway. Like whenever I'm going on the Tommy G. Robertson and we're going around that bend near Batman the Ride, I always like sitting towards the back in that special Drew Thomas passenger car because I get to see the locomotive going around the bend, and I get to see the connecting rods turn. That's why I like looking at steam engines. I love looking at the connecting rods. They're one of the most entertaining parts because there's so much movement as the wheels go round, and you're just seeing the connecting rods turn the wheels. It's just so awesome seeing how it works. That's why I love side rods so much, and why I don't like All Engines Go, because they didn't have the side rods on the engines, which those are the most entertaining part of any engine. Steam engine, anyway. Sadly, with diesels, they don't have side rods because they don't really need side rods. In which, for railroad use, side rods are used as a way for, well, to keep the wheels steady, and so they can match the movement of the piston gears and stuff. Which, for Thomas's case, his piston gears are located in like his undercarriage, and pretty much located in his undercarriage, and there's like piston rods that turn the valve gears that are on the inside of the axle, and the side rods are what keeps the wheels straight and steady, so they don't go all over the place. Anyway, it's so nice to see that the new Thomas is going to have side rods. Anyway, let's bring in some other railroad people to for the stream so we can talk more about how. Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to getting this new Thomas merch. Honestly, you'll probably see me buying a lot of stuff this coming summer, fall, and winter, especially Thomas, Zootopia, and Bluey related stuff. Because, well, I mean, I still have to finish my Bluey collection, which I don't, which it doesn't really need to be finished. There's still a few more things I like to get, but I'm still happy with what I have. But it would be nice to get like new characters and stuff. Because I still don't have Calypso and other characters. I know that now I have Judo, so be on the lookout for Judo in future videos. Anyway, as for Zootopia, I think I'm going to look into finding other characters like Chief Bogo, Don Bellwether, mostly those characters. Because so far I have Flash, Nick, and Judy in figure form. I might get another Nick because the Nick I have, his nose is coming. Well, at least the paint on his nose is coming off. So I think I'm probably going to get a new Nick Wilde. Anyway, I don't know what else there's to say. Oh yeah, as for Happy Tree Friends collecting, I don't think I'll get any more plushes. I might get Flaky or Nutty or Lifty and Shifty, and that'll probably be it for me. Because I don't want to get too many plushes. I already have so much plushes on my bed, enough to where I think I need to buy a stuffed animal net because of how much plushes I have. Like, I have Happy Tree Friend plushes, some Thomas the Tank Engine plushes, and quite a bit of Bluey plushes. Like I have larger versions of Bandit, Bluey, and Bingo, most for cuddling purposes, and I have smaller size ones. And I also have the figurines, and that's pretty much it. I have 2 copies of a bigger Bluey. I have a licensed Moose plush that's like Best Mates Bluey, and then I have a Build-A-Bear Bluey, which is a lot more softer and fluffier. In fact, I think I might give the other Bluey to someone else, because I like the Build-A-Bear Bluey because of how soft it is. The only plush that I have that's not any Superstation related is Sandy Cheeks, which eventually she'll be introduced in Drew Thomas. Most likely in a Six Flags video, though. So I mean, they have Miss Kitty Saloon, which gives off a Texas vibe, which fits Sandy's role. Because Sandy is the tomboyish Texas squirrel. And so I feel like Six Flags St. Louis would be a great place to introduce her at. She will get a major role eventually for an upcoming Silver Dollar City movie, but that'll probably be done in like 2026. That's when I'm probably going to start working on that. Like, I might just get a Silver Dollar City pass and just maybe go there a lot more than Six Flags. Probably not, though, because I like going to Six Flags. Who knows, I might become like a Six Flags employee so I can get more money, and also so I can get into Missouri parks for free, and also work part-time at Six Flags, but I'm not sure if I actually will. Anyway, speaking of Six Flags, we have 2 more months and a few more days until opening weekend, which Saturday will be opening day and Sunday will be sensory friendly Sunday, which means the music will be off and there'll be limited appearances for the Looney Tunes characters, which I might actually consider signing up for so I can, still have my meet and greets with Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird or whatever. I always have a lot of those. I will also be one of my other plans is I'm gonna be re-uploading Drew Thomas and Friends, a new friend from Mr. Conductor, because unfortunately the original upload got made for kids. So I think I'm gonna unlist that one, and I'm going to I've already downloaded the episode, and I'm gonna add swear words at the beginning, so I can prevent it from getting YouTube Kids added. I'll also put swears in the description, so I can make sure of it. I might also update the thumbnail. Honestly, I'm considering just doing the episode over. I'm considering doing the episode over, this time with Percy's voice lines, and also maybe with like a better story or something. I probably might tell it from the point of view of Petunia, of how she came from the St. Lucie to the island of Sodor. Like, I will have the vast majority of the episode focused on the Zooline engines and Petunia. And it'll take place, obviously, before the events of the pilot episode of Drew Thomas and Friends. Well, so far no one has joined my stream, which I put the link on Discord. I might send it on Instagram. I'm currently almost running out of ideas, and I need ideas, so I have sent the link to the other chat on Instagram. Hopefully we got more people coming in on there. Anyway, so I guess another thing I should address is that recent SML video that I did. Yeah, I decided to. I noticed that I wouldn't like really do it on users, although this is different. This is for a guy's show that I really dislike. I mean, back then I used to love it. But I mostly did it so I could get mentioned or something. Back then I was a popularity chaser, but my advice is avoid the popular and just hang around the not so popular, because they are the better people. Popular people are a-holes. Most popular people. As much as they look all nice and stuff, popularity isn't always a good thing. Because, yeah. Heck, Darman literally teaches that lesson, and ironically decides to, feature a popular YouTuber who just got what he wanted just because he, got himself hurt. And he hasn't mentioned the stuff off camera, like the allegations, the constant cheating. Like, he just wanted to just tell the good parts, just to make him look like a good person and stuff. Logan's not a good person, folks. Then again, not everyone is perfect, But I can assure you that Logan's probably not one of the nicest people you want to meet. If something damages Jeffy, he will lose it. Like, he literally lost it on Chili after Jeffy was presumably destroyed, which was just I don't hang around much of the fandoms, although, because I know that the fandoms of the shows I watch have weird parts. Like, I don't want to make weird fan art or see a lot of the weird fan art, which there's a lot, by the way. And these characters are kids. That's honestly one of the reasons why I hate the Loud House, because of the fan art. Just don't even get me started on the fan art, because they really annoy me, especially certain ones, but I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, I've also heard that I think my favorite episodes are the 28-minute special, The Sign. I also like the episode Movies, despite what people say about it, despite how it portrays Bingo as a brat. But honestly, it's a great episode, and bonus points for the THX reference. And I also like Sleepy Time because it's a really sweet and enduring episode. However, I cannot watch it without holding on to Chili, especially when she says the line, because it always gets to you. And I, I think my most favorite probably might be Sleepover, which that's a great episode. I don't know. There's a lot of favorites I have. I like a lot of them. It's just a it's just a great series. I love Bluey. It's like one of the things I wish people were watching on Disney Plus better than, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, because honestly, I prefer if they watched Nonstop Bluey over Nonstop Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, because I mean, that one, that show is pretty old, and two, um, it's just it's one of those interactive talk down to the viewer shows, which Bluey does not do that. And I feel like that's better. Anyway, yes, Sleepy Time made a lot of us cry. Like it just really gets to you, especially when you see how much Chili and Bingo love each other. Like okay, like in the dream, Bingo's mom's voice was heard at the sun, which means that she's the center of her universe, which I think is just sweet. And it's also been speculated that the planet that Bingo was on was like Chili's unborn child when she had the miscarriage, which you just can't help but feel bad for Chili, especially for how she wanted to, well, make sure Bluey was all right after her being born. Like, she wanted to make sure that nothing was wrong with her, but she still loved her. And and eventually, when she did learn to walk, it was straight to her arms because she wanted her mother. Bingo was right. She did see something she wanted. She wanted her loving mother who loved her no matter what. Anyway, expect there to be quite a bit more episodes of Six Flags, especially because I won't be making any movies for a while. When I get my new computer, I'm gonna be able to make bigger and longer videos. And I'm probably gonna get my computer on my next payday. Hello. Which my next payday will be next Thursday. And I will definitely be getting a new computer then. Although I'm trying to save most of my money for the hotel at Six Flags. To be honest, I don't go much into ships on movies and shows because, I mean, ships always bring out a lot of drama because, there's always strange ships. And here's Hudson after quite a bit of time. And
beep beep, hello.
one idea I've also had was doing a Halloween episode with Ulysses S. Grant.
Alrighty, I'm always in it for a partner.
Because honestly, I'm going to say this: Ulysses is my favorite engine at the St. Louis Zoo, especially because it was the first engine that was seen on my channel. Because when I first started Drew Thomas, the only engine I was running that day because it was cloudy and chilly was Ulysses, and indeed, Ulysses is a great engine and a great train.
I agree.
I mean, yes, the Zooline engines are getting old. They've been struggling at parts, but well, for the most part, they're still pretty good trains.
Plus, gasoline ones are better than the electric ones.
Yeah, the electric ones are pretty slow. So, Chance Rides is also making an electric All Engines Go Thomas. Although I'm not sure when that park's going to open, and I'm not sure how long All Engines Go is going to last. Because I'm having the feeling that Mattel is going to be shifting the focus from All Engines Go. especially with what's happening to Nelvana or Nelvana. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Nirvana, Nelvana, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah, it's pretty much a potato thing. Yeah, the Blue Mackenzie ship. I'm not gonna. I mean, I will have Mackenzie on Drew Thomas, but they're not gonna be like they're not gonna be in love. Although it will be partially implied. Anyway, so I feel like the Halloween episode with Ulysses would probably also have the appearances of the Otters and Nick and Judy. And I would probably do it at Boo at the Zoo because I'm not going to do Fright Fest all that much anymore because I don't like Fright Fest as much as I like Boo at the Zoo. Because Boo at the Zoo is more kid friendly and it's not as crazy. And plus, they have the ticket. Plus, they have those special train tickets that have it to where you can only ride it. It will only cover it when you're on the train. But as soon as you get off, your ticket is no longer void. But you can stay on the train for as long as you wish with your ticket. However, once you leave, you have to buy another ticket to get back on.
Yeah, I'd rather be at the zoo on Halloween than just going to a freaking theme park ride like Six Flags or Walt Disney or Universal.
Yeah. Also, in 2027, I might be going to Disney. I say might because, well, we're going to be going on a cruise that's going to leave from Los Angeles, and I checked, and Anaheim is like right next to Los Angeles, and that's where Disneyland is located. So I might be going to Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure. I'm just hoping the Disneyland Railroad will be open by then. If not, then I'll probably just do Big Thunder Mountain Railroad if it's still open. I'm probably just gonna mostly stick to roller coasters. If not, then I'm probably just gonna look for characters to meet and greet. I know that I want to go to California Adventure because of the Incredicoaster, the Pixar Pal Around, which is the Ferris wheel with the swinging carts. And the main reason why I want to go to California Adventure is because that's where Nick and Judy will be.
I see.
Anyway, as for Christmas episodes, yeah, I'm afraid of what Disney's going to do to Bluey too.
I don't give zero fucks about Disney.
I do get the feeling that maybe the creator's gonna sell the Bluey property to Disney and they're gonna maybe ruin it. I'm not sure. So I mean, a lot of shows that had their creators leave have, well, gone downhill. Like VeggieTales became VeggieTales in the House, which was a zany Looney Tunes like show. Oh wait, the
Yep.
same thing happened to Thomas and Friends. And oh yeah, SpongeBob is sort of going that way too. Although Hillenberg did come back to write a few episodes until he died, and yeah. Rest in peace, Hillenberg. Rest in peace.
Well, at least Bluey's, at least for a while, for a good while, that it's still staying consistently good.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, all the original writers are still going to be there. The only one who's left was just Joe Brum, but that was mostly to work on the Bluey movie. He might return for more episodes, maybe. But well,
I did not know that Bluey had like a movie.
yeah, they're going to have a movie that's coming out in 2027, which is why it's going to be a really exciting year because, well, gonna go on a cruise, gonna go to Disney for the first time, and yeah.
2027 will be a Shazam for Drew, and possibly Easy Railroad as well.
Yeah. As soon as I get my new computer, I'm definitely going to be making a lot more episodes and stuff. I'm also wanting to use it to make the Thomas Express 4, which I am still going to make. I am slightly worried about the CG animated Bluey movie, although I think it'll be all right. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's not like they're gonna go like it's not like they're gonna make them look like Disney Pixar moms with like those dump trucks and stuff. They're gonna hopefully keep the original designs, just make them in CG animation.
And it hopefully will just, and definitely will have good writing at least.
Yeah, especially because Joe Brum is working on the movie. That's why he stepped down from creating the show. Disney is making this, and it will be like, although I don't think it'll be like a actual Disney movie like the ones like Big Hero 6, Frozen, Zootopia, Moana. It won't be like one of those movies, but it will be a movie that will be co-produced by Disney.
I was about to say like co-own like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not saying that like Touchstone or Hollywood Pictures is going to do it. Does Hollywood Pictures still even exist? Probably not. I know that Miramax used to be owned by Disney until Lionsgate bought it out.
At least they don't have to suffer anymore.
Yeah.
Well, well, you're right. It's just Hollywood Pictures is defunct since 2007.
Yeah. I was just wondering why they have the Sphinx in the production company named after Hollywood. Like, what does the Sphinx have to do with Hollywood?
It should have said Egypt Pictures or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I do know about
Touchstone
the.
isn't exist either since 2016.
Yeah, I feel like I know that like one of the last movies they made was Strange Magic, which was I hardly even knew that film existed because, well, I didn't see like much trailers of it because I didn't have cable back then, and well, I was also limited to watching certain shows and movies because, yeah, we went through a Christian phase where we just went overly Christian, not like super overly Christian, but we were starting to, you know, trying to push out so-called sinful things. Yeah, I don't think I've seen much films from Hollywood Pictures. Um, I've seen quite a bit of Touchstone movies. Like I've seen the Romeo and Juliet movie, which yeah, that's Touchstone. Although the second one is Paramount because Touchstone no longer exists. I found it strange though. Like, why did Paramount Pictures make the sequel when you know? I guess it's I don't know. In all
So
fairness,
baffling.
yeah. In all fairness, Elton John was the one who was behind it, and I'm reckon that he went to Paramount instead.
Huh.
Yes, Elton John has made movies. He's actually the one who also helped make the movie about the story of his life, which was Rocket Man, which is R-rated.
Well, good for him at least.
Wild Robot was a fantastic movie. It was very cute. It was very heartwarming. Not to mention amazing to look at. It was a big W for DreamWorks.
Despite them no longer animating films.
Oh yeah, there is going to be a live-action How to Train Your Dragon coming out this year. We're coming to February, which means very soon we're going to get our first trailer for Zootopia 2 because the page for Captain America New World, I think that's what the movie is called, they announced that Zootopia 2 trailer was going to be released in February. Which the trailer for the first Zootopia came out in like June of 2015. I think the first time I saw the trailer was probably when I went to see the Peanuts movie.
I think the first time I seen it was, oh my god, I can't remember, but it was like one of the 2016 Marvel movies or such, and I think I've seen that.
Yeah, DreamWorks Animation is still using animation for it, but it's just overly realistic CG animation. I think that they might have had the
Though the animation for the bad guys in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was definitely really good.
yeah. I think that carried that animation style into Wild Robot. Oh yeah, they did. Honestly, it's a lot better than the Disney's Wish. I haven't seen the movie yet. I do know
Yeah,
that Nick and
looks.
Judy appear in the end credits, but it's not actually them. It's just a drawing of them
Wish
because
was
it's
just more
Disney.
likely feels the animation for Wish feels so unfinished, and also 30-minute mark.
Oh yeah, they're Minimark. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I might give Wish a watch through. I know for sure I'm gonna watch Zootopia at one point before the sequel comes out. I'm probably gonna watch it quite a bit of time so I can get myself more familiarized with it. I know I'm also gonna watch the Final Destination films before I go see Final Destination Bloodlines, which a lot of people are really excited for. I am also gonna be seeing. I'm probably gonna see the Lilo and Stitch movies, like Lilo and Stitch 1 and 2. I think I might also see Stitch the movie and Leroy and Stitch, but not the series because that would take a lot of time. So I would probably just, you know, focus on the movies. Hello, Chase's Railway Productions. Or Railway
Third
Lines.
Missouri
Why would I say
Man.
that? Yeah. There's there's also Wyatt's friends like Will and Joe. Which I got to hang out with Joe at Six Flags. I think Will was there. I'm not sure. Joe's actually drove this. Joe's actually drove 928, which was the steam train that was featured in Drew Thomas, the movie too, and also the train that pulled me when we came to that junction and they were coming in because there's like a uncleared signal, but we stopped there anyway because there was a steam train coming. But and a few of the passengers have asked if they could switch from the diesel train that Wyatt was driving to the steam train that Joe was driving, which was 928. And they said yes. They stopped at the junction, and some of the passengers went to the other train while the others stayed on board Wyatt's train. And we then began our journeys to well, I made my journey back up to the junction that I just came from, which is or the Y at Bluffs, I believe it's called. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's Bluffs. Oh no, wait. I think Bluffs is actually Arborway TT.
Hmm.
I forgot the name of that place. I think it's Yateman. That's the name. Yateman is the area where the train turns around to head back to Glencoe.
Gateman, that rhymes like Gateman.
Yeah. And obviously the train came back, and we stopped on the crossing. The train stopped on the crossing, and that's where we got let out. It was the railroad crossing with the big crossbucks. That's where the train stopped and let us all out. And I got to explore the junction, or I got to explore the depot, and also got to I also got to play with the semaphore, and I also told my sister that she could come out and take a look around with me. I mean, obviously she couldn't go anywhere in like the yard limits, but she could go at like the picnic area. Oh yes, I've heard about the vandalism of the Museum of Transportation.
Damn.
That's
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they didn't vandalize 1522, or else I'm gonna be so mad.
And mostly vandalized the trolleys, which they have trolley tours, which in which these trolleys also go next to the only wigwag in Missouri that I can find. Because wigwags don't exist at all in Missouri. I mean, they used to at the Arborway TT. It was a small one though, but still. That wigwag got removed and taken to another railroad because the Arborway got shut down. Because they sold the land and eventually someone bought the land, but they didn't want to keep the railroad, so they just sold off the railroad property to other railroads and tore up all the tracks, and it's no longer a railroad. Yes. There's a lot of CGI films made by Nitrogen, like the Thomas films, and infamously Sausage Party. A lot of people hate Sausage Party. I mean, some hate for
Fuck
good
you,
reasons,
Greg
while others just
Tiernan.
hate it because it's yeah, what did Greg Tiernan do? That's why I want to know.
People think that he allegedly was not training his people well. And I did heard that it's basically during the Nitrogen's timeline that it's basically that the animation and kind of and possibly the writing for like Hero of the Rails and the seasons and Blue Mountain Mystery and such were all complete in like a few months or so.
Oh yeah, I did see Unlucky Tug's retrospective on season 13, which I didn't finish season 13 because, well, honestly, it's just basically the same episodes, and I've seen most of them, so. But
The
season
best
13,
part was basically Trampy.
yeah. Time for a Story was definitely a bad episode, though. What? Apparently, an SML fan tuber called Math John is asking if Jeffy has improved.
What?
Like, how can he improve? He literally destroyed SML, and plus, he has a mental disability, which is one of the reasons why Jeffy is so disliked. I mean, I'm not like really hurt by how Jeffy is made to mock people with disabilities. I'm not a snowflake or anything like people claim me to be, but he's still racist. I mean, yes, there's a lot of content that have racist episodes, but well, and also stereotypes like Simpsons had Apu, and South Park had like Tolkien and a few other characters as well. In fact, there was a whole episode focused on Randy Marsh saying the N-word because he thought it was an answer on Wheel of Fortune. And so he just blurted it out on national television, thinking that it was the actual word. And he did it so willingly, too. Like, with no... I mean, he hesitated at first until he just decided that's probably the answer. He was going to get rich. Then he just blurts it out. It's still a funny episode, though. A lot funnier than how SML does it. I mean, thankfully, it's mostly been said by Lavelle, who's black, but well, Logan and Lance are white. I mean, yes, Lavelle probably gave him the pass, but still.
Shouldn't Lavelle even be part of the cast anymore? Like, shouldn't he be concerned or something about that? Why is he fine with it?
I mean, he's done a lot of questionable stuff too. He's gotten arrested a few times. He's got drunk, you know. I'm hoping that also when I get my new computer, I'm gonna do movie audio commentaries and like over my movies, not other movies from other companies because well, copyright infringement is a bitch.
And also for
Almost as
time
much
for a
as
story, don't blame me nor my mate here because we were told not to control Thomas.
yeah. Maybe next time you should have more control over Thomas, because I mean, yeah. You ran into a bunch of workmen.
Well, we nearly did,
Still.
but Thomas gives no flying fucks about it.
I always hold a lot of would you rather polls. I really do it because, well, yeah. It's just what I wonder what people how people who's fair like I wonder who likes which character or something like that. Anyway, so far no information on White coming into the stream because, well, I'm assuming he might either be on his way home or something. I mean, I know why Josh isn't here because it's a weekday.
And school.
Yeah. Is there any other movies that I said I was going to watch? Oh, yeah, I was going to see the SpongeBob movies because of, well, an upcoming SpongeBob movie, which there's no trailers for that either.
And
Well, then
don't even
again,
watch Sponge on the Run. It's also stupid.
I think I'm honestly just going to mostly focus on the SpongeBob movie, the first one, and maybe Sponge Out of Water. Probably just stick with the SpongeBob movie. I mean, I'm probably not going to see the new SpongeBob movie in theaters. I mean, the movie that I'm definitely going to see in theaters though is Zootopia 2. I'm wanted to be there for opening night before
I'm
the.
pretty sure that the upcoming ones are gonna be on Netflix, and of course, the Flying Dutchman is actually gonna be voiced by Mark Hamill this time.
Is he usually voiced by like Tom Kenny or?
I forgot the actual actor for the Flying Dutchman, but yeah, for the show at least. But for this film, it's pretty much of a change up from the norm.
Yeah. Um. 1522 is a cool locomotive. I wish I could see it in person. I did see the Frisco 1501 though, which it was on which the locomotive is put on display in Schumann Park in Rolla, and and when I first saw it, it definitely looked like it needed a lot of love and taken care of. But then over 2020, they did just that. They restored the locomotive and the passenger car. They even had a special day where they were going to pretty much just reopen it, and they hooked an air compressor up to the whistle, so people could literally sound the whistle and ring the bell. It was awesome. It's just awesome how so much rail fans were there too. Like there's a guy who made a whole Lego model of it.
And there was like a display, and I've seen like a display of like the tiny Lionel layout with the model of the 1501 running in it.
Oh yeah, there was a model train of the Go 1501 on display there too. It was set up on a little piece of track. It was a Lionel, which I think I've actually seen a video of the Lionel Frisco 1501 before I saw it in person. That they've also shown in the documentary, and during the clip where it's showing the train going by, you could see my legs when I'm going up onto the locomotive, which or I think it was the passenger car actually, but you could see my legs. That was back when I actually wore shorts with my conductor outfit. That was probably like one of the last times I wore shorts. Nowadays, I just wear my conductor get up. I don't really wear shorts that much anymore because, well, I mean, who's seen a railroad conductor wear shorts? I mean, yes, Mr. Conductor Jr. wore shorts on Thomas the Magic Railroad, although they weren't really shorts. However, when he was in his conductor outfit, he was wearing the pants.
That also begs the question: How does Junior change his shorts to pants?
Well, I'm guessing that while he was searching for his cousin's emergency whistle, he found one of his outfits and decided to put it on. And
Wow.
I'm guessing he was doing it because he was seen on a skateboard doing some sort of train dance, and he just gold dusted in as he was doing it, and Lily saw him for the second time before he asked the question, "What's blue, green, red?" and goes, "Beep beep,"
And then
which
offered
obviously,
kidnapping, which the conductor
yeah.
family is kind of evil to children.
What is up with the conductor family kidnapping children? Because, well, the Polar Express Lily kidnaps a bunch of children, whereas Mr. Conductor Jr. Lily abducts a child. Then again, she has to come with, I think. Or, yeah, I think so. But still, it's abduction. Not to mention that if she hadn't went home because of Thomas, she would have remained trapped on the island if Diesel 10 destroyed the buffers. Yeah, Junior's not the brightest conductor. For I'm wanting to reintroduce Junior, but instead of making him a Scottish conductor, I think I might actually make him Australian because I know a guy who can do an Australian accent despite being American because he's been to Australia so many times.
The Australian Junior goes hard.
Yeah. I'm also wanting to give Mr.
This is
Conductor.
just like the fun fair.
Yes. 2 seconds is all it takes for you to land in trouble. And also, apparently, in the deleted scene, Diesel 10 was still hanging onto that cab roof for dear life the whole night. But why though? What was Diesel 10 just carrying him around? Was he just? Is it? I mean, does it take that long to get from the windmill to Kildane? Like a whole night trip? That's insane.
I wonder
How?
how well he slept during that night.
Maybe Diesel 10 probably came to a stop at one point, and Junior also fell asleep. But then, I think either Diesel 10 woke up first or Junior woke up first, and yeah, and then the trip continued until finally Diesel 10 reached Kildane at the smelter's yard, where he decides to almost. Plus, how do you know that James was there?
Giant surprise! Get us out of here! I don't
Yes.
know.
Oh man, it'll be nice to have Mr. Conductor Jr. and Drew Thomas because he has appeared in the past, but while that was back when it was voiced by Damien, and while
It was just
I
a Lego minifigure or a fake Lego minifigure, I believe.
yeah, that was also identical to my Mr. Conductor, which I think I might make a figurine of him, eh, or find a little figurine to use as his basis, and yeah, most of the time, yeah, he'll mostly be seen live action because I know this guy who do a good Australian accent, and I might see if he's willing to actually play the character. I know that when he goes to Six Flags, he loves to go to Hurricane Harbor, which is pretty much the beach of Six Flags. So I feel like maybe I could do like an episode where, um, Mr. Conductor. I think I'll probably follow the Mr. Conductor Gets Lost storyline, which I wanted to do a an episodic part of Drew Thomas and Friends where it's going to focus on Mr. Conductor getting lost, and Nick and Judy have to pretty much try to bring him to Six Flags or something like that. Well, Well, the Simpsons video on Zootopia got recommended to me. I don't think I've seen it all the way through, although I'm probably going to watch the movie first before I see that. I wonder if Nostalgia Critic's going to talk about Zootopia, because I mean, there's a sequel coming out, so he might as well.
Well, then there's like a series called like Untitled Upcoming Films or whatever on the Channel Awesome channel, which is about upcoming shows or films this year, I believe, or something.
So I think they're probably going to do it on that. Also, I know I said I was originally going to do an episode about Peanut Otter starting a TikTok, but because of recent events, I think I'm going to have to scrap it.
What even is a TikTok? Asks Peanut.
Set for TikTok. Oh, I don't think there's much else to talk about. So, I think I'll probably have to end it here. Still, I'm really excited for Side Rods Thomas, especially because this is the first time we're going to see a Thomas take along thingy that has side rods. Because I mean, sadly, they're not going to move. I wish they did. That would be so awesome.
And well, at least you got that Die-Pet Thomas, which has moving side rods.
Yeah, the Die-Pet Thomas is pretty awesome. I use that for like wheel close-up shots and also the shot of Thomas's piston gears. But for the most part, I use Trackmaster Thomas. Because I think it looks fine the way it is, although I might change this look to the new Trackmaster Thomas, although it is going to have the traction tires that don't work on classic Trackmaster. So I'd probably have to wait until I buy more Trackmaster 2 to introduce that new look of Thomas. And that'll mostly just be for like close-up shots and stuff. I'll still use the Thomas I have right now. But yeah, I might actually be going back to toy stores to buy Thomas stuff again. Usually when I go to the Thomas section, I just press the button to make the trains talk, and I don't really buy any of the Thomases anymore because I don't want to give my money to get an All Engines Go Thomas. I mean, so far my girlfriend and my friend Alex have gave the money to get All Engines Go related Thomas stuff, but I'm willing to overlook that because yeah, it was out of an act of kindness. Yeah, all right, enough is enough. Let's wrap it up here, folks. So, I'm hoping to get my new computer before March begins, which I think in March I'm going to start making episodes, or maybe I'll start making an episode on Valentine's Day, mainly so I can do a romantic episode or something like that. I'm not going to go much into Peanut X Lisa because unfortunately, the Simpsons are not going to be on Drew Thompson's. Although some changes, I might still keep them. But well, so far the fans have spoken, and the Simpsons have got to go. Anyway, so subscribe to Drew Thomas and subscribe to my other channels. Which, as soon as I get my computer up and running, I'm gonna be uploading on those channels more. Also, stay tuned for the re-upload of Drew Thomas and Friends, the new friend from Mr. Conductor with swears. And yeah, this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night, and pickles suck, and things will be better. And will be better than SML.